We started PurpleCoat 6 years ago, nearly 7 now. I can't believe it's still going.
The work ethos and the quality of the productions that are put on, I believe, are as good as any professional company.
There is a great gap, I think, between amateur work and professional work. I think PurpleCoat is incredibly good in the way that it breaches that gap.
We try and make what we do different to what anyone else does, and in terms of the work that we make, but the way that we do it as well.
Let's go on a tour of the UK and Ireland. Let's go over to Dublin and do something there.
PurpleCoat has given me a lot of experiences I wouldn't have necessarily had otherwise, things like that I wouldn't have done on my own, so to manage to do that is I'm very grateful for.
We're all like working class actors. There's been a lot lately in the news that working class actors don't get that much of a chance.
It's a company that is unlike certainly most others in the city in the ambition. That's really important, and I think for people to have a company like that to look up to, because I think PurpleCoat has a much greater opportunity to actually inspire people than it currently is doing, because I think they could.
It makes me mad!
I've developed a lot as an actor.
He was talking to someone. Could he have been talking to? He might tell me who it was.
He mentioned something about how they're looking, I think it was for about 3 or 4 people from the youth theatre to join the adult cast to go on tour. And I remember just sitting there thinking, oh, so-and-so will be picked, so-and-so will be picked, I definitely would be picked. And then I got a message from PurpleCoat saying, hey Tash, do you fancy coming on tour? I was like, what?
I feel like I've gained a lot from PurpleCoat. I gained a lot of curiosity to question even Shakespeare himself.
I learned to start to like Shakespeare a lot more, and it was because of PurpleCoat. It's the reason behind why I like Shakespeare now.
But to approach classical theatre in this way that says, all right, it's been done like this since the 1590s, but what if it's not that? I think the two take the scripts, rip them apart, and just say, all right, well, how can we make this fresh and new? How do we make sure that there are points where you make them sit up?
It's not just the director or the production team telling you what you will do. We are free to create and to try things and to build new things.
You don't have your every move dictated.
I don't for any second feel like we aren't involved in that and how that's going to look on stage, which is great to be involved in a company that allows you to have that influence.
There's no like right or wrong, there's no like who's better than who.
You're not just acting in the show, you are like creating the show with everybody. It's a whole group effort.
Being allowed to explore it, being given so much creativity and freedom by a director who you can suggest the most outrageous things to, and it normally takes maybe about 3 or 4 seconds before you to go, yeah, go on, give it a go.
It takes the likes of Shakespeare with such a different approach. It's not unlike I've ever come across before.
PurpleCoat's different from a lot of other theatre companies in the sense that we give people a chance.
It is a challenge for me because I have like issues about, oh, I don't want to look stupid, but they're just like, just go for it, you'll be brilliant.
I don't care if you've not been to drama school, that's irrelevant. Like, if you're a nice person and you can kind of work as part of a group, then you'll work well with us.
Before I was a part of PurpleCoat, I was not shy as such, but I don't know, I just never really put myself out there. But then I just met this group of people and I felt so comfortable with everyone. So I've grown in confidence personally.
I feel like I've grown up a lot and like got my head sorted.
It's allowed me to think, well, maybe when I sort of said I've finished, maybe I hadn't finished, maybe I'd paused.
What I enjoy most about the youth theatre is the people, probably. I just feed off being around them.
It's not just a bunch of people who are coming to do a job, it's a group of people who all genuinely get on and care about one another.
Oh, my favourite experience so far about PurpleCoat is definitely the people. It hasn't been a difficult experience, like coming into a group of new people.
You're the light, you're the night, you're the colour of my blood, you're the cure,
I could never
the pain, you're the
quite
only thing I want
get
to
my
touch.
thoughts
Never knew that it could mean
together.
so much.
To work so closely and yet to never encounter an ego. That's special.
We started off that summer rehearsing for A Midsummer Night's Dream, and then by the end of summer we performed across the country. You know, it was just insane. Like, we started summer as like a person, and then we came out at the end of it as different people.
Our government at the minute, I don't think, supports the arts enough, but it's the little companies like PurpleCoat that keep the fire going.
It's vital that companies like PurpleCoat continue to do the work that they do.
It's good fun. I always feel like we have got a voice as actors.
I think you just learn who you are, really.
Like, everything's been such a good memory.
I have the most fun, the most fabulous bunch of people.
I know I can come to my PurpleCoat family with anything.
Definitely feel very, very comfortable with, and knowing that I can kind of put forward ideas, I say what I want without being judged in any way, which is fantastic.
People find it inaccessible, find it's just some sort of pipe dream. But PurpleCoat have sort of made that happen and put the work in to make stuff like that happen. I think that's really important.
And to take someone and not just force something upon them or tell them what to do, but to give them the opportunity to show what they can really do and to show themselves and prove to themselves that they have something worthwhile to offer. It gave me a chance to step up and try things that I hadn't tried before.
It's not just a rough collective of people. It's a company. It's a real company feeling where everybody looks after each other. Everybody wants to do the best job that they can.
Something that I never thought there'd be no chance of me ever achieving.
I think it's important for PurpleCoat to continue to give other people the opportunity that I've had.
It's important. There are so very few places for actors and production people to gain the level of experience that they need, and where else are you going to get that level of opportunity?
And it's very important that companies like PurpleCoat exist for like actors like me, for people who want to express themselves creatively.
Everything I've done with PurpleCoat, I am extremely proud to have been part of.
Maybe even make a feature film, a trilogy, something like that, something more extravagant and ridiculous, but I know we'll be able to do it.
And I know for a fact that we can produce really good work in anything that anyone asks us to do, because we're doing it right now.
For me, PurpleCoat has to continue.
Been so lucky, like what I've been offered.
We're just so proud to be a part of it, I think.
It's not an experience that you would ever regret.
It's vital that it keeps going.
I think it's a life lesson more than anything, to just be with a group of people who are also passionate about the same thing you are.
That'll be for me.
The things I tell people, they probably don't sound real. Like, I'll say, oh, I've been on tour at the age of 18, and they'll be like, no, you haven't. I'm like, I have.
I'd do it again. drop of a hat.
And it's worthwhile giving us a chance.
I chose to come to PurpleCoat purely because everyone seemed to enjoy it so much. Everyone who would review it, who, like in the pictures, everyone always seemed to be having the best time ever.
You will be worked hard, but in the best way possible. You won't feel like you're taken advantage of, but that you are being pushed to the best possible methods. And I think that's a fantastic thing to do. And I think anyone who has not worked with PurpleCoat before, I think they need to dive in feet first in the deep end if they do get the opportunity to.
It's just crazy. It's just one big adventure, really, with a whole group of people that you love. So it's fabulous.